Hello, welcome back to Story Reckless. I'm Nathan, and I'm the DM here, and I use he/him pronouns. And we are playing D&D. We are an actual play live stream, playing D&D and Descent into Avernus. And with all that, let's do some player intros.
I'm Claire. My pronouns are they, them. I'm playing Gadam, half-elf grave cleric who may or may not have a crush. Or three. We'll see.
You really like hoofed entities.
Look, I made that comment to Valor, and well, I suppose I could apply it to myself as well. But here we are.
My name is Olive. I use she and they pronouns. Tonight I'm going to be playing Clivey, Air Genasi old lady. I am surrounded by large mechanical contraptions, and I'm actually having an okay time down here in hell. I think lots of cool stuff is happening. Exciting things. This is kind of like a sabbatical. Only the city left me instead of me leaving the city.
Hi, I'm Enyo, they, them, and I'm going to be playing Pip, an alchemist satyr, who also maybe has a crush based on Kadam's description. And has been bonding with her demon trapped in a shield.
Devil.
I'm sorry, yes,
Make
devil.
He will correct you on that. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, with that, let's do a quick recap and jump straight back into it. So, last we left off, you all were traveling across the plains of Avernus. You went to Archon's tower to try and broker a deal with Archon to speak with Tiamat. Quickly discovered the tower was very well defended and occupied by a big old dragon, a big white dragon, some sort of turtle mage, perhaps a necromancer, and lots of undead. But speaking with this turtle, you showed that you had some of Tiamat's treasure that you were returning in hopes of speaking with Archon. And this seemed to be just enough to intrigue the turtle to allow you all to be guided to where Archon was, as Archon was not currently at the tower. You were guided to the entrance to Tiamat's lair, where Archon's war tent was set up just outside of a colossal dragon skull. And upon arriving, you were greeted by some more of Archon's companions. As Kadam alluded to, a massive, rippling with muscle black minotaur with adornments, and Kadam found out some nice cologne, maybe some kind of scent. But you, nevertheless, you met this minotaur, and the turtle informed him what was going on, and you all were led inside the tent, where you saw Archon waiting behind a large wooden desk covered in scrolls and papers and tomes, and behind him was a massive manticore that he was seemed to be his pet and companion, that was kind of eyeing you all as you stood there and talked with the dragonborn Archon. Telling Archon why you were here and what you were hoping to achieve and what kind of deal you wanted to make. He finally said to all of you he'd be willing to commune with Tiamat on your behalf to get her to come out to speak with you all if you did one thing, of course, because nothing is free in hell. He told you that if you were to go and retrieve a celestial being held within some sort of contraption, I believe he called it the Demon Zapper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Within the Demon Zapper, if you were to retrieve this celestial being and bring it back to him, he would then do this favor for you. You asked why. He revealed that one of his hands was a withered undead husk, and he said he needed to use that hand on this celestial being. Didn't really go into details, but said that he figured you probably wouldn't like it, But that was his offer, and said, if you do it, he'll help you. If not, don't come back.
Seems like kind of an extreme length to go to. Basically, just asking for directions. We have to commune with a god in order to be like, hey, have you seen this place around? Getting a little bit turned around.
Yeah. But with all that in hand, no pun intended, you left Archon's encampment and peeled out a ways to get out of sight, and pulled over to discuss what to do next. You decided you were at least going to head towards the Demon Zapper. It's at least a lead to see where it might continue to lead to. And you set out once more, driving across the wastes until you felt the tiredness, the weight of the day coming upon you, and you had to pull over for another rest, and came upon the banks of the river Styx and found kind of a little gully that, dried up gully that was down by the banks where you were able to pull your war machines into to get out of sight and out of the elements, sort of, to set up camp to rest. I believe that's where we left off. All of you circled up here with your 2 infernal war machines. One of them still severely damaged, the Tormentor, the kind of semi-truck-esque war machine. The Demon Grinder, I believe as well, still does have hit points missing, because I don't think you've taken any time to repair it. But yeah, you have both vehicles here, and you are posted up for the next 8-ish hours while you rest. What do you all want to do?
Hey, Pip.
Pip has like a vial full of water from the river Styx and has been like distilling it.
Let's get a quick roll here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
First, I would like you to make a you can make a dexterity check, but you can add your proficiency bonus to it if you're using your alchemy tools. So first do that, just to see how harvesting the Styxian water goes.
Ooh, I gotta get into which dice, but I'll just do this. Oh man, not good. Okay, that's a 9.
Okay.
You could flash a genius.
Actually, I don't think I can.
Oh, did you lose that in the multi-class?
Wait,
Yeah.
Do you not have Flash of Genius? Wait, how do you not have Flash of Genius? How do you lose that with multi-classing?
No, because I used to be alchemist level 7, and so then I put 2 of those into Pro.
So now you're alchemist level 5.
Yeah.
And does Flash of
but
Genius
then
come with a later level?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. So you rolled a 9, huh? Okay. Give me a second.
And Calliope and Valor and I are off in another corner talking about crushes and family.
Well, I think, yeah, what's happening here is you're having that conversation, and then Calliope, you go to talk to Pip, and you turn to walk over towards her, and you see that she's down by the banks of the river Styx, in the process of scooping up a vial of the water. And let me see here. Okay. I need you to make a saving throw for me.
What kind?
I need you to make... I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh, good. Okay. 14.
Welcome back, Enyo.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I just like immediately started with, I didn't mean for this to be a whole thing.
No, this is good. You had no screen time for 2 weeks.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, man.
So Calliope, what a way to start the episode. Okay. Pip, you go scoop up a vial of this water, and you're being decently careful, but unfortunately some drops kind of dribble down the side of the vial and trickle onto your hand, and you try to quickly like flick it away before it makes contact with your skin, but it hits your skin. First thing that happens, this is pure water from the river Styx, and as it touches your skin, you suddenly feel this rush of it's like a multitude of memories and images and sounds and sensations that are incredibly overwhelming that just like rush through your body in an instant. And you do take 16 points of psychic damage as it hits you, and you're the breath taken from you, and your intelligence score and your charisma score become 1.
Okay. Ouch.
And you no longer know how to speak. You essentially are under the effects of a feeble mind spell. Okay. You can understand language, sort of. Oh no, you can't. You cannot understand language. You can't communicate in any intelligible way. But you are still able to identify friends and all that. So Pip, you get hit by that, stumble back. Calliope, you see Pip stumbling back and plop down onto the banks of the river Styx, and she's just kind of sitting there drooling, staring off into the far distance with this vial just next to her on the ground.
Pardon me, Kadam. I think there's a situation over there I need to go perhaps intervene. Little dummy, come on.
Little dummy floats over. You see Gilder is like rapidly like crawling across Pip's shoulders and just going.
Hey, Pip, y'all okay?
Pip just sort of stares blankly at Calliope.
Okay.
Pip?
Okay.
Pip, can you hear? I'll squat down next to her.
Yeah, Pip, from your point of view, like, think the most like instinctual behavior. Like this is this creature is friendly. There's something pleasant about their presence, but like, yeah, that's it. This is a creature. It's hard to explain. Like you don't really have thoughts like we have thoughts in this state.
Pip sort of like turns around twice and then curls up like a dog by Kadam.
Just kind of put one hand on her shoulder. Do I see anything weird? Like, do I see any, I don't know, bodies lying around? Or
well, you see the vial sitting kind of, and it's, actually it's interesting because I guess the banks would be, I guess the banks are dry. They're not really muddy because you're not really, or actually.
I think Pip was using like a little rod.
Sure.
And had sort of just jerry-rigged this little thing to a long pair of tongs. Okay. Kind of like a magma collection thing.
Yeah.
But wasn't careful enough still.
Yeah, and I think it's just literally like a dribble just caught on the edge of the tongs, ran all the way down, and just maybe that was it. You just didn't put your gloves on, and it just kind of touched your hand. But I guess I would say, yeah, it probably makes sense. This water is so strange. The banks are dry; they're not muddy.
Okay.
And the water itself being this close to it has a really strange quality to it. The way that it moves and looks, it's like it's
Kind of like mercury.
yeah. Actually, it kind of reminds you a little bit of Terillium, of the substance in your vial.
But it's black, yeah, not silver.
But the same sort of the same like consistency in the way that it moves. But
That's a later problem.
But the vial is you can see looking around, the vial's laying there, the tongs are there in the dirt. Go ahead and make a perception roll for me.
Nat 19, 24.
Looking around, you don't see any like carcasses in the immediate area like poking up out of the water. Yeah, I don't know. You don't see like bodies or bones or carcasses anywhere nearby.
That's not good.
I'm just kneeling there, like stroking her shoulder and side.
Happy wiggle.
Did you see what she was doing?
I mean, environmental storytelling right there. Gesturing down at the tongs and the flask. I guess. Hey, little dummy, could you try getting those?
Yeah, little dummy floats
I
down
don't
and
think it'll affect you, but it might. So be careful.
little dummy floats down and scoops up the tongs and kind of pinches them to hold on to the vial and sort of flies over.
Yeah,
I'd say there's like a little sloshing of this mercury-like black liquid in the bottom of the vial.
Get that corked up and go put it in Pip's stuff for later.
It gets corked and little dummy slides it into Pip's bag. Or one of Pip's pouch. Into Pip's boots, I guess. Right into Pip's boots.
I'm gonna pull out some of my powdered silver. Hold on.
You think you might have something for Pip?
I might. I have to go actually to the book. See page 222.
Hey, better we figure this stuff out now than like in the middle of some sort of stressful situation, I guess.
Absolutely.
I also have like a couple ideas. Pip was talking to me about Styxian water back in Fort Knucklebone. I think they had maybe some notes for something. Or able to put something together with those notes and their supplies.
While you pull those out, I'm gonna cast Dispel Evil and Good on her.
Okay.
So sprinkle some silver, powdered silver over her, and pull out my mirror and put it in front of her face and say, Pip, come back to us.
Okay.
Shake off whatever this is.
The spell releases and washes over Pip's body. I don't know, is there any kind of like shimmer or light effect, or is this just a internal thing that the
I
creature
think the
feels?
silver sinks into her.
Okay, so the silver sinks through the various clothing and into the skin, and kind of creates a pleasant, warm sensation on you, Pip, as it does so. And the spell has no effect.
Well, there goes my 5th level spell slot.
Oh my god.
Huh. Wow.
Can I do a flashback?
Sure. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Sort of playing off of, Calliope was saying, after that horrible / incredible time at the bar in Fort Knucklebone, Pip was pretty determined to kind of figure out some of the properties of the water,
Yep.
and see if there were a way that she could compound or negate certain properties, and has certain notes like that in there. I'm happy to roll for
Yes, please.
the usefulness of any notes.
Yeah.
I have Dispel Magic and Lesser Restoration sit in prepared. That I was going to use the notes to like justify doing something with.
Yeah. So Calliope, you said you have notes as well, and Pip, you want to do this kind of flashback of you. I mean, you've had some downtime, right, where you could have been spending like taking notes and looking over. I think you already had a vial of the distilled water.
Yes.
So go ahead, both of you can make Arcana checks to see if you can figure out those properties.
Arcana. Okay. Oh boy.
No.
I rolled bad.
Oh no. Okay.
And I got 19.
That's you rolling bad.
That's good. Thank God you have it. I think Pip's notes are like just a complete jumble. Because she kept taking like little sips. Like, this is how I do research.
But to steady the hands.
Yeah. So Calliope, maybe it is a combo of sorry, where did the notes that you have, Calliope? Where were you saying that you got these?
Oh, I was saying I was gonna go read Pip's notes.
Oh, read Pip's notes. Got it. Okay, yeah. So you're reading through Pip's notes.
Yeah.
And yeah, Pip, I don't think that you figured it out, but you were close. And Calliope, as you're reading through these notes, and you can tell there are moments when suddenly there's some kind of nonsensical writings that occur that seem very disjointed and disconnected. And then a little, I don't know, Pip, would you comment on that in any way, like after you regain your senses?
Yeah, I'm imagining like very Hunter S. Thompson. This is Gonzo alchemy.
So this like just kind of ranting notes that just sort of go on and are quite challenging to follow, but you're able to kind of piece together the effects of the distilled river Styx water perhaps could be like negated with a lesser restoration, but based on how potent it's hit Pip right now, you suspect it would require a greater restoration in order to fix this issue.
Got it.
Potentially some other like very powerful healing magics could work, but we're talking like a heal spell, or of course there's the rumored ability to change and alter reality with just a simple speaking of the right words and the right arcane magic through some kind of wish. But
I think this is the happiest Pip has ever been.
But yeah, a greater restoration would likely help fix this aspect. Yeah, that's what you get.
Wow. I don't think I can do anything about this. And I mean, it seems like the diluted stuff would like wear off kind of on its own. Pip wouldn't have to do anything special for that, but who knows about this stuff?
I do have another spell that I could do theoretically, but we would need to find a bunch of diamond dust. I don't have any of that.
None? Didn't you have to use some of it with Valor?
No, that was just a diamond.
Oh. Well, we do happen to be in luck. I managed to get a little bit back at Candlekeep.
A diamond dust?
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah. I was saving it for a rainy day, you know.
Well, I think it is at least drizzling right now.
At least drizzle. What if it went away on its own? Maybe Pip just needs a good night's sleep. Is that right, Pip?
So admittedly, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't cast it right now. I mean, I haven't prepared it because I couldn't cast it. So why bother?
Uh-huh.
But tomorrow morning I could do it if you have dust for it.
I mean, I don't have like a ton. So if we could figure out some other way, but it'd be nice.
100 gold's worth?
Yeah, I think we could spare that. What do you have in
It
mind?
was just like headbutting Calliope's leg, just being like, "Hey, how come you're not scratching my head?"
Okay. Hey, Valor, could you get some snacks? I bet.
Why
Pip...
don't we just move back to the vehicles?
Okay, yeah. Okay, come on, Pip. Come on. Ah. I've heard you make that noise before.
Mirthful leap.
Oh boy. Yeah, we'll settle down and feed Pip some dinner.
I think Pip finds Lulu and like just sort of like tackles her and tries to play.
Oh my god! Make an athletics check for me.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I don't want. What did I? A 9. I'm rolling so well.
Hold on. Where is she? Might roll low. We'll see. You got a 9? Okay. Nah, she got a 19. Yeah, she sees you come like running towards her, all like giddy, and she just immediately picks up on like what's happening. It's like, whoa, wait, and just darts out of the way right as you go to tackle her, and you do all see Pip just tumble into the dust. Lulu spinning around, coming to join you all. What happened to Pip?
Had some bad stuff to drink.
Yeah, we're afraid she drank some of the sticks. Or like got it on her hands or something.
Lulu looks towards the dark, shimmering waters and then back down at Pip. Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That seems really bad.
Seems like,
Yeah.
Maybe it'll just go away on its own. Hey, do you think you can just fix Pip by trying?
Yeah, could you try?
Some like restorative magic in there somewhere?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, what does she have available to her again? I forget.
Nobody knows.
Cure wounds is what you've told us.
Cure wounds. Yeah, that's right. She did cure wounds. Shit, where did I write this down? I gotta write this down. Where did I write this down? I need to make like a doc for this. Okay. I guess so. I can give it a try.
Yeah, Clappy thinks greater restoration would work. Actually, Clappy, could you give our friend here? I just completely forgot the elephant's name. Lulu. There we go.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been such a day, you guys. Give Lulu some of the diamond dust.
Oh yeah, sure. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll see what happens.
It's in Big Dummy right now. We can get Big Dummy out and I guess Calliope will like unfold Big Dummy and kind of like reach into like a secret pouch, carefully like measure out this tiny amount of diamond dust. Okay, careful. Try to channel your power through this.
Okay. And
As
she
you're
will...
handing it over, you see Pip from like just
Oh, no,
perch over and start
no,
like
no, no, no.
barreling towards like I want to play with Big Dummy.
Okay.
Valor, play interference.
Okay. 1 second, and Valor will kind of trot up and just give Pip a big bear hug and just squeeze you tight, trying to hold you still. Pip, do you try to like squirm free?
Just squirm, but not really trying to get
Okay.
free.
So she just holds you tight, and you just feel her arms like gently but very firmly holding you there in place. Okay, I'll have Lulu make a spellcasting ability check and see if she can unlock any abilities. This is gonna be an absurdly high roll to see if this ability, if she has something, unlocks within her.
We're just gonna do like a D100.
That's pretty high. What is that? That's I don't think it's enough. She got a 22, and I still don't think that's enough for unlocking this ability. But she...
So she could.
Well, maybe. You don't know.
Flash of genius.
But she is focusing really
Yeah, Flash
hard.
of Genius, yes. Is this Flash of Geniusable?
Oh my god, it's an ability check?
And then
What explain to me how this works. Justify to me how this works, and it might.
okay. This is one of those things where you have to be a genius in addition to your character being a genius. What would be traumatic about this?
So I think right now she's flown up and hovering next to Pip. She has the diamond dust clutched in her little trunk. Probably has it in like the little pouch, and the pouch is open so it doesn't just like go blowing everywhere.
Yeah.
And has got her eyes closed and is just gently like placing her trunk down on Pip's shoulder, and you can see her like really focusing, concentrating hard, and you see even some tears starting to well up at the corners of her eyes.
Okay. Hold up. Where's Gilder?
A Gilder crawls up out from one of Pip's little like pockets and is on the shoulder.
So I know a lot of like familiars have kind of connections with their companion, their larger companion. I think we could actually channel this through Gilder, because Gilder can still talk, and Pip taught Gilder how to talk. And so maybe some of like Pip's intelligence is locked up in this little coin. So we can use that like ignition fluid. We're not starting from zero here.
Okay.
No offense, Pip.
So, am I trying to channel this through Gilder?
Yes.
Like a spellcast and focus.
Yeah, usually the spellcasting goes the other way, like from the caster through the homunculus outwards. We're gonna see if we can reverse the polarity.
I don't fully know what that means, but I think I get you. Like a current. Okay.
Yes, like a water current.
Okay. Gilder, if you don't mind. Gilder kind of crawls over and nuzzles up into Pip's like lower neck.
Okay, Gilder.
A little
This
whistle.
might sting. And Calliope like starts warming up her hands and conjuring up some air genasi like magic.
Okay.
She's gonna static or shocking hands Gilder to try to like reverse the polarity on this.
Okay, cool. I love it. How many hit points does Gilder have? Just curious. I think they have a decent amount, right?
Oh man.
I didn't check before saying this.
Oh jeez. Hit points plus intelligence modifier.
I'll give you this, Calliope. Go ahead and roll your spellcasting ability, like just your intelligence. Roll with your intelligence modifier to try to control how much static charge is released.
Okay, so then that would just be +5 then.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's an 8.
An 8. Okay, So Gilder is going to take some damage.
Uh-huh. Sounds good.
Go ahead and roll that. Shocking
It should be
blast.
fine unless I roll like near max damage, I think.
Okay.
Little dummy has 15 and I'm rolling 2d8.
Okay.
13.
Okay, so Gilder takes 13 points of lightning damage, I think, right? Lightning damage as the shocking grasp. Unfortunately, Calliope, you were channeling this magic, and I think in this, like, in your excitement of, like, trying to try this new thing, you lose a little bit of control, and it just lets out this burst of powerful energy that shocks Gilder. But in that same instant, Lulu presses her trunk with the diamond dust down into Gilder onto Pip's shoulder and focuses, concentrating all her will to try to fix Pip. And I guess, yeah, so you get to add your flash of genius. What would that bring it up to?
+5, so up to 27.
27. Okay. So with this channeling focus, as she uses everything in her will to try to help Pip here, you suddenly watch as all of the like fur and feathers on Lulu sort of stand up, and they seem to suddenly shimmer and radiate this like sparkling light that just courses across her body as she begins to tremble, and you see tears start to pour out of the sides of her eyes as she's pressing her trunk down, and Gilder's little legs are kind of splayed out onto Pip's shoulder. Pip, you feel like any sense of pain and discomfort in your body just washes away, and it's almost as if you're in like a sensory deprivation tank of just like this weightless feeling comes over to you, and every ounce of worry and stress and pain on you just washes away for a brief moment. And Lulu casts Heal.
Heal.
And it washes over you, Pip. So you get all, I mean, I think it's 70 hit points, so whatever hit points you were down, you're probably up to full. And that sudden sensation of your mind being blank just disappears, and you, with a rush of sensation and thought and consciousness, are suddenly very aware of everything around you, and that warmth quickly fades, and you become hyper aware of all the little uncomfortable aspects of the environment that you're in, and you feel Valor's armor pressing into your back, her arms squeezing your arms and your ribs, and you're back to yourself. Your intelligence and charisma are back to what they were. You are completely fixed of what just happened. Lulu lets out a little and sort of trembles and collapses down onto the ground.
I'll try and catch
panting.
her.
Okay, yeah. I think for that you can just jump in, grab her, and kind of gently let her into your arms. And she's a bit out of breath from exerting that much energy and doing that.
I was going to make a comment about being back in this fleshy prison, but it's kind of a nice fleshy prison. What happened? Is Lulu okay? Did Lulu just...
Is Lulu okay?
That was incredible.
Lulu is
It
kind of
was.
panting, and she seems fine. She just seems really out of breath and incredibly tired, and her eyes slowly open. She looks up at you all. Wow.
I know.
That was magnificent.
I didn't know I had it in me. I don't know if I will be able to do that again anytime soon. I would probably need some help again if I was to ever try to do that again. Maybe with some time I can learn to do it and not have it take so much out of me.
I mean, just knowing that you got that in you is incredible. No one's asking anything of you right now.
Yeah, just take a moment.
Yeah. Calliope has to. Part of her brain is paying attention to the diamond dust.
The little pouch I think has slipped out of her trunk, and it's just like plopped into the dirt, and it's sitting there. Yeah, you pluck it up, and it still feels just as heavy as it was before.
That's nice.
So Lulu, can I hug you?
Yeah, of course. You're not gonna tackle me, right?
No, not unless you want me to.
Maybe someday, but not right now. Yeah. She'll. Yeah.
Just pick her up.
And just kind of nuzzles into your neck.
What was it like? Journal out.
Yeah.
Your journal out, I think. Taking notes.
Yeah, Pip, I mean, you remember the experience. It was very like, it's strange. You have the memory of like the sensations and the feelings that you were going through, and I think like it's like very, 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 very early memories, like incredibly early memories. So it's just super hazy and little flashes and more like feelings than anything too clear.
I remember being happy, warm, and I mean a lot of other things that I don't think I can't tell if they're real or not, because why would I? No, of course I would do that. Here, hold on. Let me write. I've got. There are too many things. I had to. There were so many smells that were suddenly very, very interesting. Most of what I remember is that. I'm gonna start writing down. I'm gonna start mapping all of the smells I smelled.
I will say you have, like, I guess a single dose of River Styx water, of pure River Styx water.
It's corked up. We corked it up good.
You know, I think I'm just going to find something to double seal this just in case. I maybe this is the lingering effects, but my God, what are we doing here? Oh, we're resting. Yes, we're resting.
Yeah.
It feels like a long time.
I frankly wanted to ask you, Pip, if you're feeling all right, and once you finish taking your notes, if you might want to update Silvira about how we're doing. You don't have to.
No, she should be updated, and perhaps she can actually give us some information too. She's an expert. Is there anything you wanted me to ask her?
Or maybe if she's heard anything about the Sardazario in her research.
Actually, that's fair.
That's a new development.
That is.
Oh, ask her also about this demon zapper we're going to see.
Okay. It's being incorporated to the notes about the experience. It's just like in a little aside, like demon zapper.
You remember where we're going, right? How's that short-term memory?
Well, I was going to the river to pick up some water, and then I didn't wear gloves, and you know,
that's how
you can't even blame that.
Yeah,
should have always been wearing. You know what it is? It's the fingerless gloves. It's just they just look so good, but they're not very helpful. Okay. I know we're going to. We have to kidnap a celestial?
Yeah, and then give them maybe to undesirables.
Yeah.
Arca, the cruel. Wait, this really happened. This actually happened. This isn't just a fever dream. Kadam's actually considering this.
Yes? Looking quizzically over at Kadam.
I think that we should go there and take a look around and probably free this person.
Do we know that they're being held prisoner against their will? We're not kidnapping them?
Well,
We don't.
we don't. That's what Archon implied. I mean, if they're blissfully happy there, I don't know.
But all we need is the location of this citadel. If we can get it some other way, totally fine to do that instead.
Well, I need a breather.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. I got some more work to do on this tormentor. Before we hit the bucket. But hit the bucket, is that what you say? I don't know.
Hit
you
the
sleep in a
sack.
bucket.
You kick the bucket, but we're trying to not do that right now.
Got it. Hit the bucket, kick the sack.
Sure.
Yeah, kick the sack. And Clive is gonna go, I guess, totter off from this miracle that just occurred.
Okay.
And do some more repairs on the tormentor.
Got it. Yeah, let me check something because we had talked about limiting that to once per day, and I believe you already did it today.
Oh, okay. Then
But
I'll just prep the
you-
work for tomorrow morning or something.
Right, or you could work on the demon grinder.
Grinder.
Oh,
'cause that
yeah,
is
sure.
a
I'll do that
separate-
instead.
A separate vehicle. Do you have? I don't remember if I gave you like all the hit points and stuff. Do you have all that?
I have tormentor, 3 points of exhaustion, 1 HP because it started at 4 and we've repaired 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then demon grinder, missing some HP? Question mark. Ask Nathan about this.
Got it. Okay,
Just
let me.
my notes.
Oh, please. I hope it's still on the map. It should still be on the map that we were using. Okay, the demon grinder is sitting at. Okay, so the demon grinder has a total. Demon grinder is sitting at 118 hit points out of
Christ.
200.
Got it.
And in fact, I may as well give you the stat block for it now.
That is a reassuring number. 200.
Yeah,
Number is big.
It's a big one. Okay, the demon grinder stat block and the all that information should be in your journal on Roll20. You can
Great,
pop it open
thank you.
and
Got
look
it.
at it. Yeah. It's a powerful vehicle you got there.
Shame if something happened to it. Okay, how does repairing it work?
You make a. You make a check of some kind. Right. So it is on here. It says you make a dex check, but I believe I was allowing you to use your tools to work on this. So I would say, yeah, I mean, I would say you can make a dex check, but you can add your proficiency bonus for your tools, and you can do the, if you have the double proficiency, you can
Yeah.
do that. So
I can never remember what my proficiency is at this level.
4.
4.
It just
Okay.
bumped.
So 2 plus 8 is plus 10 then.
Yes, that's still a remarkably good number.
Well, I rolled awful.
Wow.
So,
real
made well.
bad. Unfortunately, with that, you just are unable to figure out how to get the repairs done on this. I think the majority of the time is spent. The hour of time that you spend on this is just familiarizing yourself with this new vehicle because it's
That makes
so
sense.
massive and new. So you're unable to actually get any actual repair work done. So that's an hour.
God,
of
I
doing
need
that.
Pip's help. I can't really ask Pip. She has a lot longer arms than I do.
Okay, so that's what you did, Calliope. Anything else before you all bed down for the day, for the night?
Pip is gonna ask Lulu what her favorite, like, food or drink or sweet is.
Oh, there was this one treat that Sylvira would bring back every once in a while when she would go off traveling down south. It was like it was a fruit. I think she called it. It was a mango, and it was covered in like a red chili spice kind of thing with like lime. And that was it was wonderful. That was my favorite thing.
You know, I think I went there with Sylvira once, actually. We never
Oh.
got to try the mango,
Yeah.
but interesting. Okay, I can work with that flavor profile.
Okay. Wait, are you planning to find a mango down here?
No, but I have a lot of chemicals I can mimic, sort of taste.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just want to do something nice for you since you, performed a miracle just now, and I'm in awe and also a little bit overwhelmed by all the things you can do.
I am too. It's a lot. I'm yeah, I'm kind of learning a lot really fast. Um
Is it too fast?
no, it's okay. I had a flash of something when I did that. I think it was another memory. Um
Well, I'd like to hear it sometime if you want to tell me. Doesn't have to be now.
I think it was the last time I saw Zariel, and it wasn't during that battle. I think she found me out here in the wastes at some point, or I was brought to her. I don't know, but I can see her face changed from the way I knew it. Her eyes were a deep fiery red, and all of her hair was gone, and she was just staring at me with those eyes, and she said, "This is who I am. This is who I am now, Lulu. I'm a being of terror."
Did she scare you?
I think I was really sad.
It's hard seeing your friends change dramatically.
Yeah. It's kind of comforting, though, to have those memories returning. It's been so long up on the material plane with Sylvira. This wouldn't happen. I was just
Blissfully unaware?
yeah. I knew a little bit, but yeah.
Well, thank you for pulling me out of my own blissful ignorance.
Yeah. She kind of, you see her eyes wander towards the dark waters. Yeah. Well, shall we settle down?
Do you want to cuddle?
Yeah. She'll cuddle up with you.
Yes. Your feathers are so nice.
Oh, yeah. thanks. I can't really tell. I could touch them, but it's not the same, I imagine.
Have you pet Valor's hair? She has really, really silky hair.
No, I haven't.
I will highly recommend it. And then just like sort of chatter as they
Yeah. So you
drift off to sleep.
Settle down and drift off to sleep. Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah. I'm going to cast Sending to Isadora, the one-handed halfling woman who worked for the Zentarum that I banished to the material plane.
Oh my god, okay. Okay.
Because I promised Corey? Carter.
Oh my god, okay. Whew.
I promised him that I would message her and tell her to go to Candlekeep, and I haven't done that yet.
Got it. Yeah, so there's Isadora.
Uh-huh.
Shoot. Why don't...
I think the only names we got were Isadora and Carter.
Got it. Let me pull this up really quick.
Totally. I have spell slots to burn.
Yeah, so Carter and Isadora. I don't remember what she sounded like. Okay, let's see.
I know, Olive.
Okay. Yeah. What do you say to Isadora?
Got an 82 on my thing.
Okay, yeah, it goes through.
Carter says, go to Candlekeep. Your people there. He will pay anything it takes to refocus attention on getting Elturel back. Hope you're well.
Okay. Let me do a couple quick rough calculations here. You've been traveling out on the wastes for two days? Or you spent a day in Fort Knucklebone, traveled a day on the wastes, and now you're... Okay, so... Okay, wow. Okay, so she has been on the material plane for actually a little bit now. Okay. Sorry, so it was go to Candlekeep. He'll pay whatever it takes to get us back. Was that...
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he implied something about having Zentarum there.
Okay, got it.
So contact them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Her voice comes back through. Way ahead of him. Already working on it. Thank you, by the way. Real shit show in Baldur's Gate. I basically had to just completely bypass it and go straight to Candlekeep, so. But if you see him, let her know I'm working on it.
Is there any presence over my shoulder?
Make a perception roll.
16.
Yes.
Having a good time?
And the spell fades and the presence is gone.
I'm going to cast Send into Glim.
Okay.
Hi, Glim. Making some progress. We're all still alive and relatively sane. How's the tomb robin going?
Hey, Kadam. Glad to hear you're all still alive. It's going great. Making new friends.
Okay. Is she there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is, I think since you've experienced it once before, at first it was a little more subtle. You know what it feels like. And every time you cast a spell, you feel it. You feel the presence.
Okay. All right, I will leave it at that.
Okay. It's like getting ready. I was like, what NPCs do I need to look up? Gotcha. Okay. All right.
And then I will just spend some time in prayer.
Okay. You spend some time in prayer until eventually the weight of the day is a little too much and you feel yourself needing to drift into sleep. Calliope, anything for you, or you were just doing the work on the demon grinder?
Yeah, just doing the work, I think. I'll have Big Dummy stand watch.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go through the evening in hell. So if everybody could, yeah, who's doing first watch?
I mean, I think Big Dummy can just do it.
Just do all of them? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception roll for me then for Big Dummy.
If that's cool with people.
Yeah.
Its perception is 0 plus proficiency bonus times 2, so that's plus 8. Uh, 13, and also it auto sees invisible stuff. I've been rolling real bad
Yeah,
today.
you have.
Nothing above a 6, except on damage to Gilder, of course.
Poor Gilder.
Except for damage on Gilder. Whew. Okay, your 7th morning in Avernus. Yeah, the time passes. You all drift off into sleep and, get as comfortable of a rest as you can here. I imagine, are you all like sleeping? Did you set up the tents, or are you now posting up inside the vehicles themselves? Set up the tents? Okay. So the tents set up.
Even the tents in the vehicles. I mean,
yeah,
could we fit them in the demon grinder?
You could probably do it in the demon grinder. Yeah. Yeah. So setting the tents up inside the demon grinder, it's a strange experience, I think, because it's the ground is significantly harder than like even the soil outside, because you're literally sleeping on basically iron. But at least you're inside and out of the elements. And yeah, the hellish evening goes by without issue, and you all wake up the next day with a long rest under your belts. All right.
Calliope, I think, wakes up early, just like, old people do.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, so nice to see, looking at Pip and Lulu cuddling, curled up. Maybe, this is nice. Maybe we should let Pip hang out a little bit longer. We could try that this morning. She seems so happy.
Pip has used Featherfall, like broken, poured 2 different chemicals together to create like a whole bunch of foam so that they're sleeping on something that isn't quite as hard.
Oh,
love
what?
it.
Question mark.
It tries. It's
Crusty then.
no, it's just beautiful and fluffy. How dare you? Don't mock it until you've tried the Featherfall bed.
So in the morning, as you all are doing your, morning routines, Calliope, you see there is just this like kind of crusty but soft foam residue that is just like stuck to the bottom of the infernal vehicle. I don't know if Pip, do you clean it up or do you just kind of leave it there?
Calliope just kind of like stuffs it with her boot to see if it like comes up. Get down.
Yeah. Comes off. All right. So y'all are gonna set out for the day. Actually, I want to check something really quick. I'll just do this. Yeah. Okay. So you all clamber out of your respective vehicle, or you clamber out of the demon grinder and break down camp and get ready to set out for the day. And climbing out into the pilot seats of the various vehicles. Oh, Calliope, do you want to spend the morning working on the Tormentor?
Sure do.
Okay.
What do we say that was? Plus 10.
So the Tormentor, for repairing exhaustion, you do get to make an intelligence check. So the repairs are a dex check.
Fantastic.
And exhaustion is an intelligence check.
So plus 13 then. And that's a non-natural 20. I rolled a 7.
There you
which
go.
Is better than 6.
You can go ahead and knock off another level of exhaustion on the vehicle. So now
it's down to 2.
Speed is still halved. But it no longer has disadvantage on attack rolls or saving throws. So. Okay. You see as you settle into your seats of your vehicles and get ready to set out, the River Styx is still very present, just slowly winding past.
Oh, we have to get over this, don't we? I checked the hand.
You check the hand. I'm going to do a quick. The hand is pointing away from the River Styx in kind of a, if the front of the vehicle was north, it's now pointing in like a southwest direction.
Right.
Well, I guess that's one way to get around the river. You just take a nap. Nice.
All right. Hopping in, you take off and go peeling up out of the gully. And indeed, as you come out of the gully, the landscape looks a bit different than it was previously. And you start heading off, following the hand. As the day goes on, you watch the hand periodically just continue to sort of move as you drive along. At one point, it seems to suddenly just sort of whip like and point in a completely different direction, and you have to sort of lumber your vehicles around to go off in that direction. You travel for a good 9 hours before you start to see.
Oh, I need a ichor. Spend some.
Yes,
ichor.
spend an ichor.
Oh, yeah.
So both of you, mark off 2 ichors for the day.
Okay, done. Or do you have the other one?
I'll just use the one I already have.
Okay.
Amric's last gift.
And we have to make some sort of roll about it? Is that right?
Oh, that's right. Yes, please. Actually, yeah. So this actually would have happened before you started driving. So
yeah.
It's 2. So since you do it for both vehicles, you both need to roll. I think it was just a d20. Hold on.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, you're fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, just roll a flat d20.
7.
Yep, you're good. So you peel off, and yeah, you travel for a solid 9 hours across the wastes. Throughout the day, you once again see, periodic landmarks kind of appear on the horizon, strange structures rising up out of the dust and the dirt. At one point, you see far off on the horizon a very frightening looking, like, dust storm just rising up far into the sky above. And you can see periodically, like, the ground, like, it's so far away, but you can tell that where the dust is rising up off the ground, there's this perpetual, like, reddish orange glow, and periodically you see these, like, tendrils, these, like, spires of reddish orange, like, fiery glow just kind of go far up into the storm itself as it's moving quickly across the horizon. But as this 9-hour stretch comes to an end, you start to see on the horizon approaching you these huge rusted iron, almost pincers that are rising up out of the reddish earth, and surrounding it, thankfully you're approaching from kind of a man, how does this work? Surrounding the pincers, you can just see this thick, sludgy sea of ichor. It is massive. On one side, it seems to stretch so far that you can barely see the other side, where the quote-unquote shoreline would be. Indeed, in order to get to the pincers, where there is kind of this little island of dry land where the pincers are, you will need to cross this sea of demon ichor. To not get too hung up on it, though, with a little bit of experimentation, you quickly discover that the vehicles themselves can sort of drive through it, and it's not terribly deep. But it is rather squelchy as you drive through. And you do see, as you're going through this thick black sludge, almost like appendages that are kind of writhing and twisting up out of the muck. Farther in the distance, you can see, like, kind of deeper into the mucky sea, there are almost these stalk-like tree structures, but they have, like, bulbous pustules sort of growing in them, and they're all kind of thick, black, inky, like, tendrils, arms and ligaments coming up out of the black muck. The other thing that you do notice as you approach these set of giant metal pincers is the brilliant, like, white, almost sunlight that is just radiating from the top of the pincers. This little almost glow of, like, a tiny sun just held in the center of the pincers. What do you all do as you could drive through the muck to approach it? I'll say you're, like, a quarter mile away from this structure, on the other side of one section of this ichor sea.
Do we see any other creatures, people, things that are moving other than the writhen appendages?
Make a perception roll.
14.
14. You don't see any creatures nearby. You do... From this distance, you can barely make out some movement right at the edge of the little island of where this thing is. And you see, like, it's hard to make out, like, probably humanoid-sized figure seeming to crawl out of the muck towards the zapper. And then all of you, Kadam was the only one that was kind of looking for movement. all of you suddenly see a brilliant flash of light, and you just see this like arc of energy shoot down from the top of these pincers where that sphere is, and just go. It's like a lightning strike, and there's a moment where there's silence, and Kadam, you see that figure is gone, but you can just barely make out like what looks like a little dust devil kind of go blowing in the wind. And then all of you just hear a
I see. It's like if the companion was a little bit more hands-on.
Dear gods.
oh Pip.
It's
there you
just
go.
like a large version of the thing that we use for mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So it only zaps demons or pops demons, whatever it is.
Fiends?
That's what we were led to believe, that we should be fairly safe in approaching it. However, I would not wager us being able to get through this tormentor here. It's barely hanging together through all that ichor and stuff. Like, it might be able to manage, but if we run into like one thing, it'll just get knocked over.
Through a decent amount of ichor?
Hmm?
Have we not passed through a decent amount of ichor already?
I'll say, yeah, I guess that's your choice. Through some experimentation, you discovered you could drive through it. Like, it doesn't seem to be terribly deep. But at this point, you're kind of on a narrower gap of this sea. So it's like you're kind of at a shore. You're at a shoreline. Yeah, we'll call it that. You're on a sandbar. So you have ichor behind you and ichor in front of you. Yeah.
How hard is it to come across demon ichor? It's not difficult, right?
It seems like, I mean, you've actually been, well, you don't know. Based on your current experience, it seems relatively plentiful because you've run into it now twice.
Oh, can we
should grab
refill
some
the
more.
2 jars that we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, this will be another check to harvest jars.
It's just
So
kind of like,
it's-
you can use my tongs, and I recommend you wear gloves. I don't think I should touch anything.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Another dex check, but you can add your proficiency bonus with
I will guide you.
Can I get some help?
the guidance. So you get guidance from
Okay.
Kadam. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a dex checks plus proficiency.
So I think it's the plus 10, like you did with the
Okay.
repair roll.
That's only if I use tools, though. Is this using tools?
I don't know. Are you using tools to do it?
I mean, yeah, tongs and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'm lending you my alchemist supplies, of which
Oh.
the tongs are some of it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Are you proficient in alchemist supplies?
I am not proficient in alchemist supplies.
Oh my gosh, should I do it? Well,
Do it.
I'll just do it. It's fine. It's okay. Look, I have experience. I know what not to do now. I'll borrow your extra pair of gloves.
Guidance.
There you go. You get guidance. You can add a d4 to the roll.
All right. Dexterity plus. So
So
it says
I think you
Yeah.
would as well, because that's just a first level thing for artificers where you get the double proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So you as well
Yeah.
would, at least with your proficiency
Oh,
bonus, you'd be
okay,
getting
cool.
a plus 8 and then plus your dex.
yeah.
So
Okay, so I'm just going to do this and add 8.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
Or no, it's not a nat 20. I'm sorry. So it's a 28.
28. Okay, cool. Or 27 because you rolled a 19. Okay, great. That is plenty. Yeah. So yeah, you can easily scoop up.
It like drips on the gloves.
Yeah.
You get to wear gloves and it's easy.
But no, yeah, you get to refill 2 vials, so you can get those 2 flasks back of demon ichor.
You want to take one, Kadam?
Yes, please.
But yeah, what do you all want to do? Do you want to? Yeah.
I still haven't messaged Silvera, but this morning I did infuse some sending stones.
Can you do that?
Uh,
That's awesome. I didn't know. Yeah, I trust you. Sorry, I didn't know that artificers could do sending stones.
that was one of the options on the list.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. But the problem is I need to give one to Silvira, don't I?
Well, she has the other one, right?
Yes, she does. I forgot. I gave it to her along with the rose. I just forget every time I redo it. You know, I look, I'm still recovering. I nearly dumped into the river Styx. Why are you questioning me, Kadam?
Eh? I mean, she gave you Ascendant Stone, right? Or did you give her? I wasn't there. I don't think. Anyway, I think you can just contact her.
Yeah, I can just contact her.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, how many words does it need to be? All right.
25.
Okay. Silvira. So we ask about the demon zapper. Dear spicy mango. Dearest spicy mango. I already said it. No. Okay.
Wait,
This
did
is
you
fine.
already cast it?
What do you know about demon zapper? All's well.
Tell her that we're working with Isabel if she comes along.
Isadora.
Isadora.
Isadora. Isadora?
Okay.
That's it. Unless. Yep.
Okay. Um.
I'm more used to writing letters.
The response comes back. I see you've been talking to Lulu. Demon Zapper, powerful infernal device for destroying demons. Not at Candlekeep currently. On the front lines, making progress with the gnolls. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, damn, I should have been more specific about this demon zapper.
Can I tell if Pip is sensing a presence over her shoulder?
Sensing a
you don't sense anything, Kadam, seeing
But like
Pip.
observing Pip.
Well, Pip, are you trying to see if you sense anything?
I think Pip is focusing. Pip is not used to sending things and is kind of a little bit hyper aware and jumpy about everything about it.
Okay.
Why don't we just told her exactly where we are or what we're interested in, the demon zapper?
Tell her when we were.
Make a perception roll for me, Pip.
You still have guidance because you didn't use it on your.
Oh my god,
roll.
I didn't. I feel like this should be higher, but that's fine. 13.
Are you gonna use the guidance?
Oh yeah. Sorry, you were just all waiting. I was like, curses. Where are you at? Dice, come here. Sad.
Yeah, you don't sense anything. You're very focused on just.
Can you hear
doing
me?
This process, yeah, doing the process of casting this spell through the stone. So you don't sense anything. And yeah, Kadam, I think you can just tell that Pip is getting used to using the stone.
That's all right.
So, what would you all like to do?
approach things has been working for us so far.
Okay. And, if we lose the demon grinder, we lose the demon grinder. Not demon grinder, the other one. We should give these things better names.
We should.
All run together for me.
All right, so you take off and start sludging across the muck, seeing it kind of get caught in some of the wheels and flicking up past the vehicles. And the zapper gets closer and closer and closer. And you can see as the details begin to become more fine. There is, Kadam, where that figure was that you saw. There is just a rivulet of black sludge just drifting, running down into the sea to add to the contents. But there is this kind of raised sort of little island around it that you approach, and your vehicles start to up onto the dirt, the island itself, out of the muck. And let me see here.
Do you think you could get, if we open up the demon grinder's mouth to, fuel, do you think it would just run forever by, continually getting fuel from the ground? And we just, keep driving around?
We can absolutely try that. Oh, we just soak it up as we walk past. I mean, we're getting so much in the treads already.
But you pull up, it's about a 50-foot radius around the zapper itself, where you're able to pull up onto here. And as you pull up and kind of pull the vehicles onto this dry portion, you see the pincers there, the dark rusted metal, the glowing sphere above. The light is quite bright. And you suddenly... Yeah? Did somebody...
Yeah, I'm just going to consult with one more expert real quick and just pull Gargouth out and be like, you know anything about this demon zapper?
As you pull the shield out, all of you sitting in your vehicles, you can feel this, buzz in the air and sort of hear this...
Put it away! Put it away! Get out of the way now! Pip!
As you pull the shield out, though, Pip, and ask that, Gargouth's voice comes through. What? Oh, yes. And that buzz just continues, but nothing seems to happen. It's just this kind of electricity in the air. Gargouth. These are infernal devices built by Bell. Designed specifically to wipe out demons and some other creatures that are specified, but mainly demons. Looks like none of you made the list, or you would be a pile of ash right now. As he's saying that, Calliope and Kadam, you notice at the base of the pincers, there's the wind kind of picks up, and there's a dust devil that sort of picks up. But you realize, both of you, there's not really a wind on the air, and this dust devil starts to pick up with intense speed, and dirt and debris is getting caught in it, and it, with rapid speed, moves in your direction, and in a matter of seconds, you watch as it quickly materializes into a thick humanoid shape about probably 10 feet tall, and slams down a good 20 feet away from your vehicles, and you see standing there a being almost made of stone and rock and sand. Their eyes are kind of a molten glowing red. They have what looks to be at first you almost mistake as thick billowing dark hair that's cascading off of their head, but you see it's just kind of this maelstrom of rock and stone and gravel that's just flowing in the air, and you watch as they materialize in their massive meaty hands a huge warhammer that they grip tightly. The figure is kind of feminine in shape, almost like I don't know, it's very like curvy in its shape, as opposed to like angular and like what you would expect almost an earth elemental to be. This is a very like feminine form as this humanoid stands there, thick arms, broad shoulders, but you can see, I actually misspoke a little bit, where the legs would be is just a maelstrom of rock and stone kind of, and you watch, oddly, the stone seems to take shape around the shoulders and the waist and turns into a beautiful flowing garment, and gemstones and jewelry start to form, kind of adorning the neckline and the waistline as this figure takes shape. And the figure looks at all of you there as you pull up, and a voice booms out. Who approaches the demon zapper? Why have you come to this place? You clearly are not fiendish in origin. State your business. And we will end our session there as this flowing rock person appears before you.
Cool.
All right. We'll see what happens. Cool. We will see you all next week. And yeah, I think that's it.
She's probably
just
down to let us just, borrow permanently the celestial in her care. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it'll be great.
I love I love that Olive. Ah, yes, a gendered rock. All right.
What, you haven't watched Steven Universe?
I haven't. But, is there a gendered rock in Steven Universe?
There are gendered rocks.
Amazing.
The cast mostly consists of gendered rocks.
Oh my god. Incredible. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We will see you all next week, and have a lovely evening.
Farewell.
Good night.
Bye.